Welcome back to a new video. So these were 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. I was driving through the snow, which was not the smartest of choices. So I had some issues getting there and getting back. It took a while. And then getting into my driveway was an adventure, but thankfully I was able to get it into the driveway enough. Couldn't get it into my carport, but I was able to Monday morning or Monday early in the afternoon, I was able to get it up into there. So hopefully that helps with eventually Wednesday. So there was a massive snowstorm, as I kind of mentioned. If you've seen stuff maybe potentially on Instagram, but also with the squat I just posted, it's been bad enough to where I couldn't go to the gym at all on Monday. I had to train at the house, and it was in the mid-20s, which is not a good lifting temperature, but I still lifted really well Monday. So that's going to be its own separate video, just because I took a little clip of the snow walking up into my shed, and it's just its own little separate thing. So these are, like I said, Saturday and Sunday, and I did this session very late on Saturday, and I don't know, just didn't feel like training for a while. I think it's just because Friday was a really heavy one, so I just kind of procrastinated coming to the gym, and took advantage of there not being anyone here and doing a live stream, because there was a slight chance in the summer that I might do a powerlifting meet. I kind of wanted to see what I could pull with a deadlift bar and a hook grip. My thumbs do not have a very good strength, or at least a very good neurological tolerance. This is 635 though, which I think is the most I've ever hook gripped. But I had to put thumb tape on because it was gonna rip the skin on my my thumbs right off. But definitely, you know, if I were to consider doing a meet, I'd probably open around that like 265, that 585 pound number, and then go to that 635, which I think is like 285, and then go to 300. But most of it is just grip. Like, I have the ability to pull 300 kilos and more, but I don't have not even grip strength. It's just tolerance when you're doing heavy hook grip deadlifts. So I have to get used to that, and then I don't know, at least set myself up for the opportunity for it. I may or may not let myself be peer pressured into doing it, but I wouldn't want to, be a month out and then decide to do it and then have to like rush preparing my hook grip. So might just potentially, when I do these heavy deadlifts, just get the deadlift bar out and do them with it, just because the knurling is a lot more aggressive on it. And if I were to do a competition, it would be most likely one where I'd be able to use a deadlift bar. I don't want to practice using a stiff bar. I don't really care for those bars anymore. It's easier to pull with a thinner bar, and the practice of learning or relearning the hook grip or just building a tolerance for it will be a lot easier on a deadlift bar in general. These are some overhead press I did after doing the pulls. 3 sets of 10 with 70 kilos, so I was happy with that. The original plan was to do 65, but just felt like throwing on the yellow and trying with that, and it went pretty well. Now for the Sunday session, I think there were several factors working against me. I knew, or at least I thought, that there was a chance that I wasn't going to be able to lift at all on Monday because of how much snow had been coming down, or just the amount of snow that was predicted. It was predicted 8 to 12 on Sunday of inches, and then 1 to 3 early Monday morning. And so it was, potential of 15 and like a minimum of 9 inches of snow, which is, an insane amount for the area that I live in. And so basically I did not think I was going to be able to get to the gym, which was the case. I was not able to go to the gym on Monday, but I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to lift at all because it's supposed to be 25 degrees. But thankfully I gutted it out and had a really good session on that day. But this one I was kind of willing to go heavy on everything, and I was just going to do snatch doubles and just work up, and they went okay. I got to 100 without any misses, and then I missed a second rep on 110, and then had some struggles at 115. And really at that point, I don't know if it was just the fatigue from yesterday or the session before this one and Friday, just kind of all building up, but I just really wasn't feeling it when I got to cleans. And I did a double at 70 because my original plan was like, I'm gonna do doubles on the snatch, doubles on the cleans, do some jerks from the rack, maybe squat, kind of do like a whole giant session, and then not even have any sort of thought about training on Monday. But sometimes you just kind of have to. I think that was kind of a makey miss on 80, but that's more of me just being lazy, or not. I don't know. I wasn't really looking, but I think it's important, especially when you have like a snatch session, and this is something I've kind of said that I try to get better at is not just stopping after having bad snatches, but sometimes when you don't snatch well, it's not just because your technique's bad. My technique's always bad, so that's a consistent factor with me. But when you kind of just don't have the gusto to do anything else after that, it's sometimes a good idea to just stop and kind of not necessarily cut your losses, but not to dig the hole any deeper than it needs to be. And in hindsight, I'm really glad that I did, because I kind of, even when I was doing the cleans, or like getting to the point where I was doing the cleans in the session, I was like, yeah, it kind of sucks. Like, I'm not going to be able to lift for 2 days really, and at least I'll be recovered. And another factor I was kind of dealing with that was kind of a weird feeling is a muscle that I think it's called your tibialis anterior. At least that's what Google said. So it's the muscle that's next to your shin on the front. That's been really tight and sore after that squat PR. And it was from that like popping sensation that I had when I was doing snatches in that session. And it's very odd because that area became very sore, but also the outside of my foot became sore as well. So there were two things I was, kind of working against me, and it wasn't feeling great on the snatching. I don't think it was the reason that I was missing them, but that was another factor when I got the cleans. I was just like, it's just not going to feel better doing heavy cleans, and I don't want to potentially, pull. I don't even know what if that would be pulling a muscle or like, doing something to that area and exacerbating an issue that I had. So I decided to cut my losses after this clean. Like, I just clarked it because it was there. It's like, you know what? I don't even want to feel the clean there. And it wasn't like I wouldn't be able to do it. So it's not a true clark, but it was really just as I was pulling it, I was like, I'm not going to do anything more than this. So I might as well just stop here. The dry foam took like 20, 30 more minutes than it normally would because it was so bad on the highways. So not my best choice to go to gym on this day, but it's also, it's one of those things that when you want to do something enough, you kind of figure out a way to get it done. And if I would have known now how well I was able to train today, despite it being super cold, there was a pretty good chance that I would have forced myself to go out yesterday and do the same thing. But I'll save that for the next video with my snow day adventure. But no school today on Monday for professional development teacher day stuff, and no school tomorrow on Tuesday with the students. So Wednesday will be the first day after break, so nice little extra long break for us. And hopefully the snow is taken care of for the most part tomorrow, so I'm able to actually go to the gym and I don't have to fight the cold again, which is not fun to do. But anywho, that's it for this one. I'll talk to you on the next one. Have a great day. Peace.